Yeah, so I had been looking for something to do with my. I had a ancestral war chief totem build, and it just it lacked clearing ability. It lacked both clear speed and any sort of obviously AOE. So I decided to switch into a freezing pulse. Now it's freezing pulse into a freezing pulse build. I found a couple guides online. It ended up costing a lot more than all the guides said. This is standard, by the way. It's not league. I don't really have time to put into league, so I play standard, which is obviously garbage. But yeah, so I don't remember the name of the build that I looked at originally, but I did find on a website a build with pretty good explanation of everything, all the mechanics. I'll link that below. But yeah, basically, this is what I ended up with. It is, it uses Coward's Legacy essentially to combine with Viridi's Veil to make it so that your curses don't affect you negatively, right? So you get all the curses on you, but you do that little lock symbol, so you have hexproof, so the curse effects don't actually bother you. And then in the path of building, you get specced into something that makes you considered to be on low life when you're cursed. And so when you combine all those things, your damage output goes up significantly because you also get to increase your damage for every curse that's on you. So it's really all built around a combination of curses and increasing the maximum number of totems you can have. The gear, this dagger cost me like 15 divs maybe. This soul mantle 6 link, just regular, not corrupted, so no plus to spells. That cost me like 1 or 2 div. This I don't remember what I paid for this. I don't think it was a lot. 3 div basically, probably around. And then the shield, to be honest, I think the shield was the most. I think the shield was like, I want to say like 20, 25. The gloves, these just dropped for me, so I don't actually know. These might be expensive because of the, let's just see what those two things get you. All right, so you figure 20 div. So altogether, this build is probably like 50 to 70 divs. Let's say 50 on the low end, 70 on the high end. But like, I had this shield I got for almost nothing. I don't remember what I paid. I paid like maybe a div or something. Like, it was really cheap. The spell damage suppression probably costs more normally, but I got it cheap. You can do the mirror or the buckler, the reflection thing. So you can do that if you want, and instead of the helm, and then you would use just like any sort of like circlet, ideally one that's going to give you mana reservation efficiency, slap in some auras maybe. The downside is you lose the shield for the +1 to number of summon totems. So I think ultimately you're better off going with this shield and then using the Viridi's Veil. It's going to give you better damage output because of the extra totem. But yeah, so basically, like, you can use a pretty simple wand and a pretty simple shield. The most important thing on the shield, in my opinion, is just the +1 to number of summon totems. If you can get the +1 to all cold spell gems in conjunction with that for cheap, that's great, but it's going to be really hard. But the guide that I'll link to lists the priorities of stats. But yeah, I mean, both of these things you can replace for pretty cheap. So you could run it, a budget build of this, you could run it for like 5 divs probably. Yeah, probably like 5 divs realistically. And honestly, it's not hard to craft. I honestly just didn't feel like putting in the time, but you can craft something like a weapon that works pretty well for this build. And the shields, you know, again, the +1 to the maximum number of summon totems, like that's really the biggest. That's like the biggest thing you want on it. If I search for something that's got both those, there's literally nothing for sale. Hold on, let me get rid of energy shield though. So I think I'm just gonna buy that really quickly. Basically, if you just get like those two affixes, we got +1 and a 70 max life. It's got an open suffix. It's got an open suffix for 2 divs. That's pretty good actually. Like I can buy that. I'm just gonna grab that. I'll probably just flip it, but I guess if like somebody watches this video and decides they want to build it and wants to message me or comment on the video, I'll just sell this back to you. Because like something like this could be anywhere from like, as you can see, 2 divs are like 100 chaos, and it can be all the way up to like 50, even just for like those two attributes on it. So yeah, like this is something that you would actually just put the you would just spend a couple divs to get the 3 crafted prefixes on, or 3 crafted attributes or whatever on it, in my opinion. So sorry, yeah, but basically, so yeah, shields like that are pretty good. Otherwise, it really is a straightforward build. You do have to use a magic ring. I use it for resistances and life. And then this thing is like, honestly, it's not even, I could definitely get a better ring than this. I just haven't even bothered to. Like this build, I'm just using it to, I'm just trying to get like a solid bossing build, because my Spark Inquisitor has great clear but single target. So the single target on it right now is actually still better than this build. But I think that this build has potential, especially because it allows you to just put the totems out and then run around to avoid boss mechanics. Like I don't play a lot, so for like, especially for like filthy casuals who are terrible at dodging mechanics like me, this is like ideal, I think. I also made it way tankier than the guide originally had it at, because I stand in stuff, so I die fast. You really can't like stand in stuff with this build still, but you can like stand in stuff longer with my version than the other version. So I'm gonna run through a map really quickly, and then I'll go through the path of building. So basically, like delve is like what I enjoy playing more than pretty much anything in this game is delve. So I'm just like farming sulfite, and then I go to send my Inquisitor in there. He clears stuff. That's how he's leveling. I'll probably get him to 100 eventually, just through delve. He's like 97 and something right now. Is he 98? Oh, I wish he was 98. He's 97. Oh wow! All right. Yeah, my CPU is it's really not like, it's kind of old. I kind of need to get a new desktop because I built this back in 2016. My CPU is the bottleneck for like everything. Also, this is not a game where like you can afford to have any sort of lag. I did Maven yesterday, and I don't know. So actually, what happened then was that it was not even PoE's fault. My Bitdefender, there was a memory leak, and by the time I turned my PC off, Bitdefender was using 10 gigs of RAM. So that's what ended up crashing PoE for me. Sorry, let me go like faster. This is kind of slow. But yeah, so the totems are pretty cool. They have pretty solid AoE clear, and you just like if you stand pretty close to him, you're generally pretty safe. Like I don't find myself dying a lot with this build. I took it from 87 to 92 in like, I think I did it in like a day, maybe 2 days, where I put in like, you know, I probably focused at, I don't know how many hours, but I focused on just like leveling, right? So like just playing safe, running a mix of like easy gold maps, not gold, but like easy rare maps, and like sometimes just magic maps. The thing that's cool about this build is you can run any of the maps that apply curses to you. You never have to deal with like, you know, the temporal chains. That's kind of like annoying, you know, those annoying mechanics. So I definitely appreciate that with this build. Obviously don't run elemental reflect. So it's funny. So I mean, you can, right? With totem builds, you can technically run reflect maps. It's just like you're going to be constantly dropping totems because they're going to die instantly. So I don't know. Realistically, don't do it. I'm skipping delirium right now because it's still kind of like rippy, and I don't have the patience. Like if I die, I'll probably just like quit the game for the afternoon anyway. Yeah, no, so delirium, I don't know, because I juice my delirium a lot in my atlas, so it's like not like great to go into right now. And if I'm talking, I can't really focus as much on what I'm doing in the game. So yeah, but basically, as you can see, I mean, this is T16 map, and it's pretty comfortable. I'm not finding myself overly concerned about dying. One thing you can do in this build is, which is what I added in there, I added discipline. You can't leave it on because then you can't cast zealotry, because that one's linked with divine, I think it's divine blessing, the one that makes it so that it doesn't take up mana, or like it costs mana but it doesn't reserve the mana, and it just lasts for like 10 seconds or whatever. Oh, I just maxed out my soul fight. Brilliant. I didn't even notice I had I thought I burned a bunch recently. I don't know. I said I'm not going to do delirium, and then I'm going to go do sacred grove. It's like, you know, clearly inconsistent logic there. But yeah, so if you pop discipline, it's pretty nice because it gives you a decent chunk of extra energy shield, as well as a lot more recharge, I think. Yeah, it gives you some extra recharge to it. I think you have to have some amount of base recharge in addition to like whatever it does normally to really benefit from it. Yeah, 30% increased rate. So I'm not sure if that actually applies to your base rate, or if it's going to apply to things that were stacked on top of the base rate. But yeah, if we put it on, then we go up to 2700 energy shield, and it does tend to help keep you alive a little bit more, especially in like this where stuff just smacks you randomly. The build in the guide uses I think it's called, is it melding? I think it's melding. The one where, no, that's not melding. The one where you take mind over matter. That's the one where you take damage from mana first before you take it from your life. But I went a different route because I don't really feel like I think I'm done with this map, right? Yeah. So you take the damage from your life first. Oh, there's delirium in there. Yeah, you know, let me just run it because it's like part of like proving the build, right? If it can't run delirium, then it's Like, why bother having it? Let's see. It's a little weird going Delirium afterwards because there's like nothing in it. So it's not even really giving me a fair display of what it's able to clear. But basically, it's like comfortable in T16 for sure. It is squishy though. It's like very squishy. It has all max resists, like on 75, not like actual max. Yeah, this is pointless. Whatever. Well, now I'm in it, but I'm not gonna get any good drops out of it. So let's just bounce. So it has a lot of resists. It has like no armor, so that's really where the issues come in. What am I looking for? I'm looking for path of building. That the black screen. That's why. Okay. Yeah. So this weapon, this is adding 358,000 DPS to this build. The shield, 237,000. So I mean, between the weapon and the shield, that's like an extra 500,000. Trying to think. I mean, it's really a straightforward build. The flasks are whatever, really. You can pretty much just do whatever you feel is comfortable. Why does it say socket number 5 is empty? Nah, really though? Did I? There's no way. Yeah, that's what I thought. I got Soul Glimmer in there. Did I? Oh, I must not have saved it. Let me import it really fast. Oh, well, now everybody sees my account name. So that's cool. Anyway, I don't know how that's going to end up going for me. Probably not great. Yeah, so obviously the configuration is chilled. You have endurance, and power charges. I think I helped Delira. For this build, probably help Delira, but I don't know. I'm going to skip all those. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. As you can see, the resists are fine. In the skills, we just have to go in. I don't generally use Vol Righteous Fire, so we take that out of the DPS calc. Discipline is not always enabled. Take that out of your stuff. I do use Defiance Banner. I don't know. I feel like it's worth using. It gives you some extra armor. It's not like it's a massive difference, but this build is pretty squishy, so you kind of just need it, in my opinion. God damn. I use Summon Stone Golem. You could probably, I'm leveling Vitality right now, so you could probably just swap it in for Vitality and then take the Notable to make Vitality have that 100% increased reservation efficiency. You can do it pretty much any way you want, but basically, it's not hard to get max resists with this build, which is good. It is low on armor. It's got like no really evasion or whatever. The EHP is like obviously low, right? So you're basically gonna not die. Like your only means of survival on this build is to just not die. Like just don't get hit by things. That's basically it. What else are we looking at here? Yeah, so Zealotry, yeah, so the Divine Blessing increased duration, right? So that's what we do here. And without Zealotry, the DPS goes down to like 600, yeah, a little over 600k. But it's so easy to keep Zealotry up that I just keep it factored into the build. The guide has you using Steel Skin. I'm assuming you don't use Molten Shell just because your armor is so low. I don't actually know if that's why. I'd have to try calculating the difference between the two. I don't really know. Which is better, but realistically, pick something that's going to help keep you alive with the cast when damage taken. That's kind of the point here. Your 6 link for Freezing Pulse. I've seen multiple projectiles listed as well. I've seen there's a blue one. I forget the other blue support one. But anyway, there's like some flexibility in here. You definitely want multiple totems. That's like super important. I'd say you definitely want increased critical strike damage. And I'd say probably like hypothermia is probably the one that has the most flexibility in that slot. The Sniper's Mark, Arcanist Brand, Bone Chill, Creeping Frost. So these are all going to get triggered by Arcanist Brand, is my understanding. So yeah, you just pop Arcanist Brands, and that's all you have to do with this. I don't really know if it's actually happening correctly, if it was working correctly, but I'm assuming it is. Because I do see the Sniper's Marks pop up occasionally after I put Arcanist Brands out. Honestly, I don't know, man. I sound like, yeah. So what I did here, which is like very relevant if you're gonna like follow the guide, right? So I used Glorious Vanity with Doriani, right? Doriani. I don't know. Because I wanted to get Corrupted Soul. So 50% of non-chaos damage taken bypasses the energy shield. But then you gain 15% of your maximum life as extra maximum energy shield. And this is better the more life regen you have, right? That's the whole point. So you regen your energy shield and you regen your life simultaneously. So it splits the damage up a little bit. And then you can regenerate both. So that's really the benefit of using it. You have to be careful. These two get changed. They're no longer totem crit strike chance. They get changed to useless things. These all get changed as well to pretty much useless things. Some of them are useful, some of them aren't. You know, it is what it is. But this is for survivability. Like it really, I feel like it makes a difference. Yeah, I feel like it made a pretty big difference. So you just have to keep in mind that like this, you're not going to take this notable because it's not going to be useful anymore for you unless you need the cold resist really badly. Then take it, right? So you can go this route, or you can choose not to. And if you choose not to, then what you end up with is here. So if you don't go that way, then this is Mind Over Matter. 40% of your damage is taken from mana before life. But then your mana, your ability to reserve things with discipline is like not as appealing, right? So then you kind of lose out on the ability to have something reserving mana. These go back up to crit multiplier, which is obviously like a lot of damage because these are crit chance and then these are crit multipliers. So you get, I made a mistake when I was saying it before. You get the 20% spell damage here. You know, so you do sacrifice damage and then you lose out on 10 dex, which can be very relevant, and force you into taking alacrity, right, or agility, whatever. So yeah, I would say like just test both of these methods out because we're talking about like a pretty cheap jewel and then just like 10 respec points or whatever. Like you just change your build up a little bit. Yeah. So I think it's worth just doing it this way. You know, it is what it is, but that's probably the only, I feel like that's really the only deviation from the build, is that right there. So that's definitely just like up to you. However you guys want to, you people, however you people want to go about doing it. Yeah, we don't use Divine Shield, so, right? No, we don't use Divine Shield. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of my Spark Inquisitor. My Spark Inquisitor uses Divine Shield, but this build doesn't. I'm like pretty sure. Anyway, so I'm like getting distracted, but yeah, the passives are all pretty easy. You're gonna, for your anointment, you can use like Doomcast, or you can use Whispers of Doom. Whispers of Doom costs like 1.5 divs, whereas Doomcast costs like 60 chaos or whatever. Also, for your passives, Ancestral Echo, obviously you want, but like Sleepless Sentries is also kind of good. This one makes the totems last longer. So I prefer, like, if I have to pick of the two, since I couldn't get both on here, I just want to Sleepless Sentries. I'm not really sure which one's gonna be better. And then of course you want to have Repeater and Eye to Eye. That's pretty straightforward. This gem, this jewel, let me just go back into the into the items here. So this one is where you get your curse damage increase, like your increased damage per curse on you. So this is good to have, and this is why having the increased maximum number of curses that it can apply to you is so useful through Whispers of Doom. You can't see on my screen, but, or like you can't see what I'm pointing at, but yeah. Rain of Splinters gives you the extra projectiles. This is just, you know, is better clear. I don't know exactly how this factors into DPS for a single target, because I don't quite understand how the multipliers all work per projectile. So it may be that it's better, it may not be better. I don't know. But I have it in there because I know it's going to help with AoE and totem builds. In the past that I've built, struggled with AoE. So other than that, it's pretty straightforward. It's not a build that you have to make expensive to get to like late game and get maps. In fact, just to kind of show the viability of it at the lower price, let me oh god, I'm so tired. Let me swap out this shield right here with that one, and then the weapon. I can probably, what was my old weapon I was using? The weapon I was using before was one that I had on my my Spark. It was literally just my old wand from my Spark Inquisitor. It's, where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah, so this is the, how much did I have it listed for again? 15 divs? Yeah, 15 divs. Okay. So basically, yeah, I mean, this is like pretty simple. It's spell damage. The lightning damage to spells isn't even useful for this build. The cast speed is like a low roll. The 96 crit chance for spells is like T2 probably. Yeah, T2. So this wasn't like anything crazy. In fact, just to kind of show what you can end up getting here if you want. All right, we don't care about the socket. We don't care about that. The cast speed is like good. Crit multiplier would probably be better on here. So 15 div for this one. That's really like the more going rate. Like you can see these things have been sitting for a while. You're not going to be buying. You don't need to buy stuff like that. And in fact, if we take cast speed off, it probably makes it, yeah, it makes it a lot more accessible. Now, this is for like a really, this is like pretty expensive. We can put this down to like 90. We can put this down to like 80. Keep cast speed off, and then now you're 90 chaos. I mean, so the point is you can definitely get a wand for like not crazy money. Let me actually just like, let me go find one that I have. Ooh, cold. I love cold gems. Oh, it's implicit. Oh, I bought this and I was going to craft it and then I was too lazy to do it because it takes too much time for me to do stuff like that. So, All right, and well, I burned through like all like my bunch of fossils and harvest crafting stuff, and it's just like, I don't know, crafting in this game, it's like, it's really cool if that's like all you want to do, but otherwise it's kind of like not great. Let's see, I'm just trying to find one that was like cheaper, kind of. I feel like I had one that's like, even like in the, not quite. You need something a little bit more tailored than that. Okay, well, so obviously, this kind of defeats the purpose of what I'm trying to show you, and this is not gonna. Yeah, it kind of defeats the purpose, but we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna half-ass this. So we throw that in there, and then we're gonna throw these over here. Now I have to redo my. I think we have to redo something. No, all right. It's all there. Let's go grab a map, and just to show what this ends up doing. Stat wise, I'm going to pull that off screen for a second. I'm going to copy these into the build. I'm going to add those into the build. All right, so basically the weapon, we're going to lose 174,000 DPS. The shield, we're going to lose 167,000 DPS. So we lose about 300,000 DPS, basically, by doing this. And this is a more budget build at this point. Let's just grab a map, T16. We'll do Ancient City because it's nice and it's pretty linear. And we're just gonna scour because. And then we're going to throw, what is it? This is the one, no, we want to just alk it. Well, we want to be able to regenerate life, mana, energy shields. So, reflex physical damage, we don't care about that. Okay, great. So, and you know, hold on, sorry. Let me just so I don't accidentally sell these, let me just put these away. And now we're going to find out if I really can actually run this map, as I said. Because if I can't, then this is going to suck. And we're going to waste a scarab too. While we go back and kill things, so. All right. We're going to do it with Delirium too. We're gonna really go for it on this one. Okay, I mean, I knew it would be fine. I was totally confident that this would be okay. Point is, even with like the more Abyss, oh boy. Okay, so even with the more like budget tier items, this is still like a viable build. With the cheaper stuff, it is, well, Abyss monsters, it never kills like super quickly. They always do take a little bit of time. So this isn't like, and then we get the Abyssal Trove. Cool. So yeah, I mean, this is okay. So I would generally want to avoid this even with the normal items, honestly. Yeah, no, this is just like not great. This is not. I don't want to fight this. But so this is like the whole point of this build, right? Is to be able to fight bosses from like a distance and not die to them. So we're going to stay off screen. We're going to let our totems do it. We're going to check on the totem count, make sure there's still 6. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he died or I don't know. Maybe I like got too far away from it and it just disappears. I'm not sure. Okay, I thought those would be dead a little bit faster. So don't run, obviously, like into things. Like the correct way to do this build is you pop your totems and then you run. You pop your totems and then you run. It's really straightforward. Really simple concept. It's got like flame dash, so there's really no, like, there really aren't good excuses for dying with this build, because we also have our life golem up, which the guide doesn't even bother. Oh, curses are reflected back at you. Perfect. Perfect. I should have looked at the other one too, actually, because that could have been good. But I just like saw curses get reflected back, and I was like, yep, we're taking that. Mirrored spiked shield, whatever that is. I don't recognize that base, but I'm sure it's like trash. So I'm so used, like with my Spark Inquisitor, I'm so used to just face tanking like basically everything. So I have to like remind myself not to do that here, because that's how we die. Yeah, so I mean, you know, the clear speed obviously is a little bit lower, you know, you can tell. But one way to get around that is to use Zealotry, or to like pop Vol Righteous Fire, right? You can just pop that, and then you don't have to worry about your clear speed as much, because then you get a nice DPS boost for sure. Yeah, so I don't know. Right now, I took Discipline off just so I could pop Righteous Fire, not Righteous Fire, Zealotry. I'm playing mad sloppy, like mad sloppy. So obviously this build is like, oh, and I totally forgot that I already maxed out my soul fight. So as you can see, this build is perfect for people who are bad at the game. Like, this build is perfect for people who don't focus really and are just not very good at the game. I don't, oh, Vol Orbs, yeah, cool. I didn't quite read what it said, but I'm sure it'll be okay. So really, like, what I should do here is log out, get on my Spark Inquisitor, and then, yeah, you know, I think I will, actually. I think I will just do that. I'll log out, and I'll come back in. I'll do a delve. That's what we'll do. I don't have to, there's no, like, need, ooh. Okay. They're not all going to be mirrored, right? Like of each other. Like, I can possibly make, so like amulets, I make a decent amount of currency just selling like amulets and rings, honestly. Like at a certain point, it's super easy to tell which ones are going to be worth something. So you just learn that and then sell those. I know this is like a long video of just rambling at this point, but you can leave anytime. Nobody's forcing you to be here. There's probably gonna be one asshole who's like, yeah, you're right, and just closes it. Alright. You made your point. You showed me. Alright, the boss is around here though, right? Isn't like, I could have sworn the boss was like up. Isn't the boss like up here? No, I think they're up in that area that I haven't explored yet. I don't even know if I'm gonna bother logging back in to get the soul fight, because I'm kind of just like tired. I need to leave. I need to go to the gym too. Actually, I have to go to the gym before dinner. So fortunately, I have one in my building, so I don't have to go out anywhere. Dunes map. That was actually on my list of, and there's another 500 soul fight we just like wasted. Here's Nico over here. What does he got to say? Like, good job, dumbass. Wasted all your soul fight. All right. We're going to swap out to Pikachu Boy. How long is this video so far? Oh, 39 minutes. This is not even bad. I don't want to hear it. Wow, is it really that choppy? Oh, no, that's not good. Well, anyway. Oh yeah, because it's like it was dying from switching things. Oh wait, but if I go to the mine, don't I lose these portals? I feel like I do. I'll make another video on my Spark Inquisitor, which is like my actual like really good build. Okay. We're just going to do it. We're just going to go in. We're just going to go in. All right, we just did that. Where do we want to go? We kind of want to just go down from here. I literally just want to go down. Oh, no. Contains a harbinger. Contains a harbinger. All right. Oh, my leg is asleep. Oh God. This game. It's probably not good for people's health. Probably not good for my health. All right, so we're gonna do this absolutely loose. We're gonna put on Righteous Fire since we're not trying to level this anymore. 2% at 97. That was probably like 10 hours of playtime right there. We're just gonna throw it away. Just gonna throw it all away. We don't even have a stone golem to keep ourselves safe now, so that's unfortunate. Oh, don't go in there because that's not where the crawler's going. Also, this is definitely like not. Delve is like something you should not do on when you're tired as well. It's not like bad, but it's not like not great either. I could have sworn that I had. I thought I had my Quicksilver Flask bound to be used whenever I use a travel skill, but I don't know. I do need to figure out how to make my guy go faster. This is kind of like slow, but it clears things pretty well. I have no idea what the actual DPS is of this character. It's like pretty good. Single target obviously is like not as good. Oh right, this is the Harbinger. Okay. Okay, don't stand in things. That's like rule number 1. Whenever that thing sends you like the pulse, I have to get out of there because otherwise we're gonna die from that stuff. We need the flax to stay going. Ball haste. Ideally, we just lost all our ES. That's not good. That's very scary when you have a low life build. Yeah. I'm standing in something again. Yeah, this is like, I don't know. We're standing in stuff. Oh, corrupted blood is actually what it is. I saw the little blood globules on me. So really, I think the main way to not die here is just keep up my flasks, so I keep corrupted blood off of me. Yeah, that's pretty much it though. There it is again. See, yeah. So that was the only thing actually getting my ES down. It looked like I thought I was standing on like caustic ground or something, but I guess not. And then I don't know. I just keep like Vol Molten Shell up because I'm too lazy to really like be safe. There it goes again. Corrupted blood again. Maybe pop some like things. Arcanist. What is it called? Assassin mark. Pop some assassin's marks on things. It's like really hard though, because if I do that, sometimes I die. Anyway, so we burned 1500. Let's do one more. I want like a nice long path to just burn a bunch. I don't see any around here. I was like, oh, this is, yeah. But I do want to push Delve on this character. The whole point of everything that I've been doing is to push Delve deeper in this one so I can go find some Balrogs. I didn't even have to go another node to find out whether or not I lost my map portals. So, I don't know. But it doesn't, like, it's like kind of irrelevant because there was some logic there that I was going to explain, but then it's gone. It had something to do with the fact that Nico is in the map, and then if Nico isn't there anymore, it doesn't matter because I couldn't have gotten it anyway when I was there. So if I lose the Nico, then it doesn't matter because I can't get it. Like I wasn't going to get it either way if the map is closed, is basically what I was trying to articulate. Also, this build like runs Smite to like smack things and then get like a 4-second aura. But I legitimately need 95% of the time when I use Smite, then I die. Like I use Smite to smack something, and in that second that I stopped casting Spark, I get killed. So probably like don't like, I don't know how else to get the extra damage in it, but it's like, oh my god, they're still there. So okay, so that means more delve time. That's what it means. It means more delve, which is all I want out of this game. It's literally the only thing I do. Like, that's my favorite part in this game is delve. Maybe Abyss. Sacred Grove. So I actually liked Sacred Grove back when it was like super, super complicated, because like I built it all out. I like mapped out all like the grid. Oh, we have to switch our weapon set back again. Yeah, because this is these guys. So if you have no like chaos resist or whatever, or like solid like ES or like leech or whatever, you will die from that camp almost instantly. That's how I found out that I had no chaos resistance when I first started playing this game. I was like getting into these camps at like delve depth like 120 or whatever, and I was like, wow, I keep dying. And my friend is like, huh, wow, you have no chaos resist. How are you not dying all the time? I was like, I guess I don't, because you know it is like the Vol or the not Abyss, the there's like some node here that also is like heavy on the, I think it is Vol. They're very heavy on the spell damage or the chaos damage. Oh, I thought I got to just do it, but I have to wait until I clear this. So I have to be careful here because I swapped my like the don't take damage from burning ground. I swapped that out for immunity to freeze, which is super, super important on a build like this because I use Call of the Brotherhood, and so whenever you get reflect elemental elements, you get frozen. And since this build relies entirely on hitting things to generate life and not die, you die very, 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 very quickly, like basically instantaneously from it. So yeah, I learned the hard way after several deaths getting to 97, and I was like, yeah, and then I finally figured out what was killing me, and then I figured out how to make my thing safer, because it's like it does like list on the delve node like what monsters you're going to encounter, like what abilities they have, but even though I check those things, I definitely would still come across like stuff randomly that had reflects, freeze and stuff like that, because that's just like rares randomly. Like there's just random things that will come out and have that, and like the last thing you want to do is get like frozen in a giant pack of nasty critters, you know. Really, really don't recommend it. Yeah, so this video just turned from an actual guide video into me playing Path of Exile. Thank God I'm not making these videos for a living, because that would be bad for me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right. What do we got? We got 49. Yeah, perfect amount, since we killed the boss already. Also, just like a general tip for people playing the game, if you have Righteous Fire on your build, but you want to try and be safer and possibly not die, then you could always turn it off. Also, when you swap your weapons, remember to swap them back, or you will also probably die. I thought I cleared this. I really thought I cleared this. We got 2,869. I thought I was going to get way less than that. 2,700. Oh, wow. Look at that. 54,714. Perfect amount right there. Imagine I died to some like stupid trash that I'm like killing right now. Oh my God. I would not feel good about it. That's how I would feel. Anyway, so that is my freezing pulse. Yeah, and when I made this character, it was like so asinine. My friend like kept telling me, he's like, oh, like he's like, stop playing Diablo, come play Path of Exile with me. And I was like, no, Diablo's better. Screw you guys. And so I was like extremely asinine, and I made my guy and named him Staff Muscle Beardman because he's like a Templar. I was like, oh, look, we have a monk, but he's not a monk. I'm going to name him Staff Muscle Beardman. And then that ended up being my main for a while. And after that, the like, you know, a couple patches later or whatever, something happened and he like sucked, and then I couldn't get past anything level wise anywhere. 16 splinters. Where did I get the splinters from? It must have dropped when I did the what's it called? Delirium. Port map. Fossilized Delirium. That's gotta be alright. So this is what we got. Crit chance, max life. It's like maybe 5C. Maybe. +1 to level all physical skill gems with strength. This is probably trash, but I'm not 100% sure. Probably don't care about the energy shield. That's kind of sus. 2 divs. All right. I don't think it's going to sell for 2 divs. I think it's going to go in here. I think it's going to sit. Meanwhile, somebody, of the 3 people watching this, one of them is probably going to come buy it and flip it. Actually, that's probably not even true, because the only people watching this are probably like my cat, my other cat that's dead, and then, I don't know, government surveillance person. This is trash. We vendor this. This is like trash. We vendor this. This is trash. This is trash. This is all right, we will put it in we will dump it in here. Where did it go? It was this one, right? Wow, we managed to miss one. Brilliant. Oh boy, a lot of numbers here. Fire resist, cold resist. There's like T3 accuracy? T2. That could be worth something, but it's kind of like the armor with accuracy isn't like super great. So I don't think it's gonna really be that like, I don't think it's gonna be anything special, but I sell a surprising number of little things like that for 5C. I think somebody messaged me earlier asking for something too when I was playing, and I think I just ignored them accidentally. Again, this is like not great. This is like this garbage. I don't know why that said it was good. Leper's Alms. I don't think I even have this yet. Apparently I do. What did it roll? It rolled like spell damage, suppression, increased evasion and energy. That's a lot of evasion. What does shared suffering mean? All damage from hits will cause elemental ailments you are suffering. Huh. That is an interesting mechanic. And it is worthless. So that's cool. Throw that over there. This, we're just going to put this in the 5C. Do we want to look? Yeah, let's look at what this is going to be worth. I'm guessing it's like 5. We're going to take the max life off for now. Because, yeah, like 5-ish. What did it say with max life? It's still like 5-ish. Merry Christmas to somebody who bought this for 5 instead of like 10. What do we got here? We got 2. Okay, we got two passive skills. 2. Why is my screen doing that? Why is it doing that? Anyway, attack damage leeches life. Attack damage on full life. That sounds like something like the monk uses in Diablo. In Diablo 3, my monk. Fortification duration. Increased damage with attack skills while fortified. Fortifying hits grant 60% increased fortification. This seems like this could actually be good. I don't have a fizz damage build in this game, which I do kind of want to get like a monk type build. I would like that, but let's see where this comes out. I mean, it's kind of a given that if you have these, then it's going to probably have that too. What is this? Regenerate 0.15. That's useless. All right, so I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I'll put it in there at 50C. What is the eye level actually? That's kind of relevant. It's eye level 83. Those have been sitting. I think we just throw it in there at 50 chaos, just at a moving price. Like, this game is so dead. Like, standard is so dead. Nobody's trading. Nobody's anywhere ever doing anything. So let's do negotiable price 75. Nobody even negotiates. They're just gonna look at the price and then say, no, I'm not gonna buy this. You know, whatever. And here we are, chaos resistance on neck though. I don't think it's worth anything. If it was, then I mean, it is what it is. Oh, this is also useless. I'm just gonna sell that. It's whatever. I don't think it's worth that much. It's like not worth the effort of clicking it. Any of these good? Is this good? No. Is this good? I've yet to find a bone ring that I think was like good. Maybe there was, but I don't think so. Let's just go sell things now. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to not have a head with this this skin effect, or if it's just like if it's just my computer. I feel like it's probably my computer, but there's supposed to be a, oh yeah, because it said there's an effect when I use a flask. So that's the effect. It shoots green souls out of its head. Anyway, so that was my so that's my yeah. So that is my freezing pulse totem build.